Hey everybody, this is a fully automated Widefield rig that I just put together. So at the back, I'm currently running the ZWO ASI 533 MC Pro. And then I also have a ZWO EF mount filter drawer. I'm running a 14mm Rokinon. The back spacing for the Rokinon is 44mm, and I have that exactly. I have mounted my AstroAF version 1 on this. I created custom 3D printed bracket out of PA6 carbon fiber. Along with the rings, I also printed those. The little dew heater strap sitting on a Losmandy rail. A little oversized for it, but it's working good. I had it laying around. I was trying to use stuff that I already had. Running the Wanderer box, it's the Plus version 3, and then the mini PC. And then you can see over here how the belt system works on the focuser. I want to get into how I put all this together in this build and talk about why I did it. Also talk about how the first night testing went. I haven't really had a first light, but I think tonight is going to be first light. I've got about a 54-degree field of view on this, and so it's very large. My plan is to point this at Hercules, and not just the cluster, I mean all of Hercules and then some. So it should be a lot of fun and a learning experience. And I'll share what I've learned in my testing so far with you. But anyway, I'm really excited to have this, in the stables and start, expanding and exploring more of different things. And actually, this is going to be really a great camera for atmospheric phenomena as well. My name is Doug, and this is AstroAF. I got the new rig torn down off of here, and I got it inside on a table and all apart because I wanted to redo some things after doing some testing, just some positioning, and then it was help facilitate showing you the build, and I'll put it back together for you here. So we'll head on in and have a look at this on the bench, and I'll put this back together and reassemble it, and then hopefully we'll have a decent night tonight and I can work on getting first light. But testing went really good, and just found a couple little things. All right, so I got all of this disassembled, and I really only had one problem, and that was that the camera assembly was sitting too far back, and I was catching just the very front edge of the Losmandy rail in the field of view. So I'm going to shift this forward. I also found that if I shift this forward, it'll be easier for calibration frames for doing flats. In order to get a flat panel on here, because with the Losmandy rail, with this setback, that made that difficult. So anyway, I'll do a quick run through here. I kind of on the top, I'll work my way down. I'm running the Wanderer box Plus version 3 power supply, and I have a video on this, but this has been a great device. It works really well. I just got like a simple Arca Swiss style clamp on here, and this clamp will work both on my edge and on this rig, so I can move these back and forth, because right now I don't have more than one power box, nor do I have one mini PC. This is a Melee Quieter 3C, and this has been a trooper. It's been out on the rig for about 2.5 years now, and running strong, no problems. And same mounting system on this as well. And I have a 3D printed mounting bracket for it here. And so this just snaps in, and it's got a couple of dovetails that it slides into to hold it. And so if I slide that in, and then it'll snap here on the front, and that's what holds that on. And then my old Losmandy rail, this was from my SV Bony SV503 70 ED. And anyway, repurposing it for this. It is a little bit oversized for this, but I do like the Losmandy, and actually it makes it really stable. So I'm going with it, even though it's a little oversized, it's fine. And then, let's see, I have a 3D printed rings, and these are made out of PA6 CF, which is a carbon fiber composite material. Really very, very strong, rigid. It's the same material that I made the harmonic AF mount out of, which I'll have a video on that coming shortly, but I have the introductory video as well. I'll put a link to that. And heat set inserts, and I got some nice knurled thumb screws. And then mounted on the front here, I have a plate that I designed to mount my AstroAF Oasis. This is the Generation 1 autofocuser, and it mounts on here with the factory mounting system, and just adapted this plate to fit that mounting system. I ordered a 6mm shaft because that's what that is designed for, and then also a GT2 T20 6mm pulley here, and that's going to drive the belt for the focuser. And then I've got a back ring here, which I designed, and that will fit around the ZWO camera here. I have, for my Player One, I've designed another ring so that I can accommodate that, because that camera should work on the system as well. The belt, 280mm GT2, so that's about 140mm in length with 280mm in circumference. And that just sits right onto the focuser, knurling there, and fits perfectly and drives the focuser. And this just makes it over the lens, so I can just pull that over. Factory cover, and this is Rokinon, and it is a 14mm f2.8, and it's the Canon version. And what I have here connecting it, there we go. This is the ZWO EF filter drawer, and it has that bayonet system on it that fits the Canon mount. And then the ZWO ASI 533 MC Pro is what I have on here right now. So yeah, let me put slide this. I think that belt might fit over this direction too. Yeah. So we'll pre-stage the belt. So the first thing I want to do is, I guess before I get into that, then I have another Arca Swiss rail. This is my top rail that I mount these two on, and it's just an inexpensive aluminum rail that I picked up off of Amazon, and links to this stuff, anything that I bought here will be in the description. So yeah, so I want to move this up. So the first thing that I want to do is just get an idea where that's going to be, and I'm going to attach this front mount first, because everything else kind of depends on that. So let me clear some things out of the way here that I don't need at the moment. This assembly only takes 2 different Allen keys, so it's real simple. And other than that, it's tool-free. And so yeah, let's set this up. So the first thing would be to, let's locate this front mounting bracket. I'm going to pull this a little closer, right in there. Okay, so I just want to get this so that we are pretty close to the front. Right in there, and determine what hole that's going to be. All right, then I can fit the lens an optic assembly on here. The way that I have this design, it fits right over that. That leaves me room to change the stop, and doesn't interfere with the filter drawer here itself. So that alignment is critical, and we can just clamp this down for now, and I will get that fine-tuned here in just a minute. I need to rotate so that my filter drawer is clear. Yeah, right in there. Then I have a, I can tighten up the hinge back here with this other thumb screw. Now the belt itself, if I release this, then I can go ahead and fit the belt. It is set up for tension. I can tension it down here. I'm trying to avoid having to mess with it right now during the video. Okay, good. Yeah, so now I'm over the front of the Losmandy. It won't be in the field of view. I'll be able to put a flat panel on there for running calibration frames. Yeah, and so that's the whole front assembly. So then on the back, now the way right now this would rotate. So, but the whole system come together is what will prevent that from happening. And then once I get the top rail on, then it's a solid frame cage. But I'll get all final alignment done here first, and then make sure everything is tightened up. Then hopefully yep, and so I can get on this back rail here. That's what I like about this Losmandy. It's got so much available for adjustment options for mounting. Okay, and then before these are fully tightened, I want to go ahead and get the top rail attached, because that gives me my overall spread. So I'm indexing off of this back hole. Square things up. And then I just want to check and make sure that I can get the drawer out. I need to rotate just a little bit for the drawer. There we go. Right now I do not have a camera rotator solution. I have one in the works. I'll be introducing that hopefully in a couple weeks or so. Okay, so there. Well, I guess I do have a rotator, functionality here where I can rotate the entire thing as needed. So that would work for now. And make sure everything's tightened up and square now. So the nice thing about the AstroAF is, so it's locked now. It has a clutch. And then, but I can I can release the clutch, and now I have manual focus if I want it, and then lock it, and so that's locked now. All right, so then I want to make sure we're square. And finish tightening these. Yeah, that's good. You know, I could probably maybe do something like this instead, or maybe the mini PC instead of on top. But yeah, for now. Go like that. And the rest of this is just wiring. Yeah, and then the dew heater. And for now, I'll just put that around the lens cover. It's simple enough where I can just leave the dew strap on and wired, and then when I pull the dew cover off, when I pull the lens cover off, I can just snug this up as needed, but that way it can stay in place. We can run this over here. And then this can run inside the dew heater strap like that, and I can monitor dew heater temperature. All right, so that is the Widefield rig, and I think we've got clear enough skies to go out and work on a first light here this evening. So I'm gonna go get this hooked up and set up on the scope, and we'll get ready to see if we can get an imaging session in. So I thought it was a really fun build, and I used mostly what I had already laying around in my Astro inventory of parts, and so it wasn't a ridiculously expensive. It is a very compact kit, and I'm kind of excited about that because it's like totally mobile, and I'm looking forward to being able to pack it up and go. And so anyway, I am also like elated. I am stoked. I can't believe it. I blew my mind when I saw my image here that I'm going to show you here in just a second. And it was beyond my expectations of what I might be able to do with this camera. You know, obviously I'm thinking of atmospheric phenomenon of different types, meteor showers and aurora, and obviously Milky Way. And I don't have a very good view of the Milky Way here, definitely not the core, mostly because of obstructions, but I do intend to travel. I will have a better view of it in the fall, and I'm going to see what I can get here from the backyard. But I will probably end up traveling for more of a landscape sky shot of the Milky Way or something like that. I also have some ideas on maybe some cityscapes and things like that that I might do with this, you know, with sky in the background. So anyway, it should be fun. It's opening up some new doors for me for creativity and ideas that I can do with astrophotography. And so it should be a lot of fun in that respect. So anyway, I thank you very much. I really appreciate you all. And if you like this video and this content, I invite you to become a member of this channel or to check out some of my merch to help support the channel. And obviously, if you have any questions or anything like that, down in the comments, or join me over on my Discord, links down in the description. So anyway, thank you very much. My name is Doug. This is AstroAF. And here's my first light image for the Rokinon kit.